Okay.
So we're going to wake up, and then you're going to sit with the inner balance device. I have it here. Just grab it, and we're going to hook up the inner balance device, and then I'm going to breathe in 5 seconds, and I'm going to exhale for 5 seconds in silence. No sound, no toning, just breathing in and that's it. So for those of you who haven't seen the inner balance, here it is. And I'll just turn it on. You can see the little light.
Very easy to use. I have that same one. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Hooks up to the iPhone. The software is free. This is about 159 bucks and you're good to go. Okay. So you breathe in 5 seconds, you exhale 5 seconds in silence. Then you turn off that session. It's just a click off and then you start a new session. Click, click, new session. And then the little timer goes across. You can set up the timer. So it's based upon your practice time. In this case, it's 5 minutes. Then in the second case, where we're going to tone, it's 10 minutes. So in the two practice, it's going to be longer. As you said, it's going to be longer. So it's going to be 10 minutes. So you're going to breathe in 5 seconds, and then you can make a sound. Until the air's gone. Whatever that is. Some days it'll be 15 seconds. Some days it'll be 20, maybe 25 seconds. You never know. Because as you learn how to regulate the air leaving your body, you can make the same level of vibration with less air. You just
that's going to be cool to learn.
So that's important because the phrenic nerve is in the in the C4, C5. The phrenic nerve talks to the amygdala. The phrenic nerve has 2 nerves run down into the body. It works with the vagus nerve. It's not the same nerve, it's different. But the phrenic nerve is designed, and this is from Dr. Huberman, and he said its purpose for being is to listen to the breath. And then it tells the heart and the brain to slow down or speed up. That's what it does. That's where HRV begins. So
heart rate variability.
HRV, heart rate variability, exactly. So that's where it begins. So that's what we're working with. This is, as I said, my company is Mindful Science. I don't speak about any religions. I don't talk about any philosophies. It's just science. Right. And that's what I love about this, because it complements every religion, every spiritual practice. It complements it, but we're using the language of science to talk about these things.
Beautiful.
Next question.
So with the 90 days, so over the course of the 90 days, other people's experiences, have they had revelational experiences? Have the people had, well, I guess, anticipating that we're going to be turned on, our light is going to be really start to illuminate? What kind of experiences can you, possibilities that we can look forward to or anticipate as a possibility?
So it's interesting because every human nervous system is different.
Right.
And everybody, if you think of every day you wake up, the world comes at you. And every time you practice the world, you're pushing the world out a little bit.
Wonderful.
So if you're in a highly stressed environment in the external world, work, all the things you do, heavy traffic, 2 hours of driving, all that sort of thing, that's always compressing your nervous system. Every time you sit down in the chair and you practice, you're uncompressing the nervous system.
Beautiful.
So that's why everybody's different, because this compression is unique in every experience. But overall, for most people, they say, how can I be successful if I do this? How do you know? And I say, you have a human body, yes, yeah, and you breathe, right? Yeah, that's it. If you do the practice, if you invoke the proper practices and you follow the instructions, your body will respond. So what's the response that people want? I mean, what are we trying to get to here? Yeah. So the human body is chronically stressed. We already know that. Over more than 8 of 10 diseases are caused by an imbalance in the autonomic nervous system, the sympathetic, parasympathetic, because energy gets captured in stress. Sympathetic is the stress contraction, and these hormones over here contract, and then there's hormones over here that expand. So what we're doing is we're practicing using breath to bring a balance, and that's what heart math device does. That's what this does. It says when you're in balance. That medical term for that is called homeostasis. So when we're in homeostasis, the nervous system is in balance. And what's even more magical, as you continue to downregulate the stress response, you upregulate the expansion. That's called from fear to love.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely magical.
And that's the mechanism. We're literally we're getting out of the way by always going to breath to surrender into a process that's always available to us if we just get out of the way and let it happen. And so we're going to practice. Once you learn how to do that, then your body is being dosed with endorphins, inside, endorphin, inside morphine. So we have natural opiates, natural, not pills. They're made by the body, for the body, that upregulates the parasympathetic nervous system, boosts the immune system, and changes the way you see reality. These are my glasses. I'm nearsighted. I can't see very far away, but when I look out in the distance, I can see different. These glasses, these glasses are symbolic of your hormonal state.
Wow.
You change the lens in which you see reality by simply changing the emotions, changing the molecules of emotion, the hormones in your body, and the neuropeptides and all the other science that goes with it. But it's through breath, and we start moving that energy, then we see reality through a different lens. So as Joe Dispenza says, we have a new personal reality, a new personality, right?
New personality, yeah. It's gorgeous.
And
oh my God, that is amazing. That's pretty much
what we're talking about.
That is absolutely stunning. I love hearing the way you describe that, because it brings to many levels. It's not only super simple, because all it requires is the breath and the focus and the monitor. And then it expands into this whole nother world of what you're saying is magically creating a loving environment, not only from here, but outside of ourselves.
Right.
That's an incredible way of looking at this process.
So you feel that yourself. It's a felt sense, and you feel it, and then other people feel that. In the heart math technology, obviously talks about coherence between the heart and the brain, then our coherence between you and I, and the distance, and there's all kinds of conversations and wonderful clinically proven or scientifically proven white papers. I think Heart Math has over 400 white papers out there about this.
They're up there, yeah.
Yeah. So it's all hardcore science, which is cool. We get to play on the edges, right?
Yeah.
We're not writing.
Well, that's the other question I had was like, after this 90 days, I mean, I'm looking forward to starting. After this 90 days, there's the entire life that we're going to be leading, incorporating this fantastic new baseline that we're practicing. And you mentioned one of the great posts that you had is that once you begin to revel and play in the magic of this experience, you want to practice more all the time.
Well, addictions can be good. We're building an addiction
for bliss.
We're wired for bliss, as Candace Pert says. We're creating a feedback loop by getting out of the way, allowing that feedback loop, and we're nurturing it by choosing it. We're following that yes, right? We're following that yes. And once we learn how to open up that pathway, then the nervous system gives us back. We're loving ourselves. We're saying yes, and we're bathing ourselves in these endorphins, and the whole body relaxes. The cells take on different messaging signals without getting into the weeds. The whole body changes. So I just got a notice from Danielle, thank you, that we're at our 15 minutes. So we should wrap up this exchange for now.
Sure.
And so what do you want to ask me about the course and when it's happening? Do you have any questions about that?
Oh, well, I think
I just said course.
On January 20th,
right?
January 20th is kickoff, or I should say the ascent, right?
Yep.
And then is it every Thursday at, is it every Thursday at
6 p.m. Pacific time? Yep.
Okay, so it's just 6 p.m. Pacific. Every Thursday we meet, and we're going to be documenting our responses. We're going to be getting a spreadsheet, and we'll be posting our information on our coherence score during the quiet and then during the toning.
Right.
All right. So
And then
So
let me just add, directly after the toning, there's a guided practice, my voice, where you'll listen to the guided practice, and then you'll journal to me your experience in short bullet points.
Oh, excellent. So there's going to be a guided practice as well.
Yep.
So we can do that on a daily basis. The guided practice is once a week.
It's every 7 days, every day for 7 days, and then the practice changes a little bit every week, and you'll follow my guidance, and we'll talk about that every Thursday night.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's going to be so good. Because you also mentioned about breathing. We're going to be learning new breathing techniques, other deeper breathing techniques as well over the 12 weeks.
There's certain muscles in the body we can use to compress energy.
Oh.
It is, for those who know yoga, Ulubanda. I mean, we're talking about muscle contractions and moving energy. Joe Dispenza teaches this in his advanced.
Yes, I remember.
I haven't taken this course, but Ulubanda's been around, and that's the energy he's working with.
Beautiful.
So it's all here. We have all the pieces, right? We have all the parts. We just have to assemble them and practice.
Beautiful. This is going to be so exciting. I swear, I encourage everyone who listens to this to please strongly consider this extraordinary opportunity. I can't wait to promote it more with friends and family. I've been telling everybody in my Telegram groups, like, listen, guys, check out Eric. He wants to know, if you want to be part of this. Starts on the 20th. You got to get in there. So I don't have any other questions, Eric, although I could go on and on. I just got my one book. Well, I have 2 books, Everything You Need to Know to Feel God or Good by Candace Pert. Yeah. And the other one, Molecules of Emotions, is on the table. I can't wait to dive into that and add to the enrichment of this experience, because it's everything we think becomes real. Everything we feel becomes a real thing. That's, I think, one of the most extraordinary things. And I look forward, so grateful and so thankful that you have put this together. I can't wait to participate on the January 20th. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in today and sharing with me in this way. And I'm going to turn it over to Danielle so she can tell people where to go next to get more information.
Wonderful. Blessings, everyone.
Yes, thank you both so much for sharing so deeply and so authentically to your heart. Looking forward to the experiment with you. And for more information, you can go to experiments.mindfulscience.com/90day. And the link will be in the comments below. So if you'd like to type in who you are, where you're from, and start to create a dialogue and conversation, you can also join the private Facebook group and start to have the ascent begin. So thank you all for being here, and thank you both for sharing again. So we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.